Hello, my friends. Hello, it's Matthew Street. Welcome to my channel. So happy you're here. And folks, before I get started, I just wanted to show you something brand new I just got. I never had an official Let It Be t-shirt, as it were. I've got a couple of little ones that kind of refer to it and whatnot, but this finally just came in the mail yesterday, and I'm so excited to have it. I ordered a red one. I didn't want to go with the standard black. I figured, hey, do something different. So anyway, I thought you might get a kick out of that. You can order it online if you'd like. Nice cardinal color. Folks, happy to be here. This is going to be basically, hopefully not too long, my final thoughts on this Let It Be release, which we got last Friday. And the reason I say final thoughts, that's not a negative thing. It's just that I feel the Beatles Let It Be came out last Friday, and there's been just a saturation, and in some instances you might say an oversaturation of people talking about this release, showing this release, unboxings, reveals, reviews, demonstrations, whatever. It's just so much of it, and so I decided I didn't really want to get in that fray too much. I did a Walmart opening of my Walmart exclusive back there with the 4 prints, the black and white exclusive prints to Walmart. I did show that in a video, but then I decided I don't think I'm going to show every little thing I get, and I didn't get that much anyway. Remember, as I told you, I wasn't going to go overboard on this release, and I did not. As I said, I've got my Walmart back there, and I did finally receive my CD Super Deluxe set, which is right here before you. So I just wanted to give my thoughts on this release, just a quick review of what I think of it overall, and maybe talk about the Glyn Johns mix just for a minute, and then be out of here. This is just my final video about this release, which I think is a fantastic, marvelous release. I'm so happy we received it finally after a year delay. Let me just talk about the physical sets themselves first, okay? I don't have the vinyl one to show you, but you've seen it in numerous videos. The physical sets are absolutely beautiful. I love the design. I love the graphics. I love the way they were put together. I like these 4 open windows in the CD deluxe set and the vinyl deluxe set. From what I've seen online, it's very similar. I just like the way that it was put together, the book, hardcover book. I love the way the layout is, as I said. It's put together well. It's an easy read. It's easy to look at it and know what you have. I just think they did a great job on the Super Deluxe sets, the smaller sets, the smaller CD set, the single album sets, the special editions like Walmart where you got the picks. And I saw people open up their Target edition with their t-shirts. Those look very nice. I have not seen a Barnes & Noble tote bag one yet, but I assume it's very similar to the t-shirt one and the Walmart one where you get the single album in an outer box and inside is the tote bag. So I think the special editions and the regular releases were all done very well. Nice job putting it together. And I'm very happy with my CD set here. I cannot complain one bit. So I'm trying to think of any complaints I really have for it, and I really don't. I think they did a nice job, and this set is going to fit beautifully right alongside my Sgt. Pepper, White Album, and Abbey Road Super Deluxe sets. So hats off, Beatles, for that. As far as the music, let me just say on the remix first, the actual remix of the Let It Be album, I'm not an audiophile, folks. I don't nitpick what I'm listening to. If it sounds good to me, if I'm enjoying it, if I'm getting into it, I'm happy. I'm a happy camper. I'm not one of these that nitpicks, and that's not to put down those that do nitpick and are audiophiles and really get into the nuances of, well, this had this timpani over here, or this little bell sound is not as loud as it once was. I don't get into all that stuff, okay? And I don't begrudge anyone who does. For me, not being an audiophile, I don't get too worked up over changes, because my attitude is right back here somewhere. I've got the stereo remasters from '09. I've got the mono back here. I've got the vinyl. I've got my original pressings of all these Beatle albums. So I don't get worked up when a remix comes out and it's a little bit different, or the bass is a little too high, or the drums are too loud, or why did this go here now and it sounds flat to me, and why did they take out some of the reverb and do it? I don't worry about that stuff because I know in my heart that if I ever want the original, it's right at my fingertips. It's never going away, and it's there if I want it. So I welcome something new to listen to, something to get me charged up and excited. So I'm just going to say right now, I enjoy the remix on this. Okay? I'm not going to nitpick, well, it's okay for me. All right? I like the sound of it. I think it sounds fine. I do like, that the bass and drums have been brought up. I think they've been lacking for years in a lot of Beatles recordings. So it's nice to have my original, and it's nice to have something different. It's just fun. It's just fun. If I'm in the mood for the new one, I can put it on. If I want to hear the old one, I can put it on. If it's an album that has a mono version also, and I want mono, I can put it on. If I want my original pressing, I can go grab it in the rack here and put it on. So I don't nitpick over changes. This remix sounds fine. It sounds great. The clarity is great. The separation is great. The vocals are great. I love it. I think it's great. Okay. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say about the new remix. It's fine. It's fine. Now the Glyn Johns mix, I've had that on bootlegs for years. The Get Back album, I've had it on CD and vinyl in bootleg form. I love it. So happy to get it now in a pristine, clear sounding, perfect sounding quality. I have some great sounding bootlegs, but the Glyn Johns mix in here sounds much better, and I really, really love it. Yes, it's raw. Yes, it's very rough. It's very different from the final Let It Be album, but that's okay. All right? Now we have both. We have both of them officially in our deluxe sets here, whether it be vinyl or CD. So I'm happy to have it. I think it sounds great, and I think it's a fine album. A nice addition to the collection. And last but not least, the alternate tracks, rehearsals, jams, and all that stuff. I don't want to nitpick it too much. Let me just say this, is we got 2 CDs of it, or however many pieces of vinyl you got in your vinyl sets of it. And the sound quality is great. It sounds wonderful, beautiful. I guess the only nitpicking thing, and it's not really nitpicking because I do understand that there's no way you're going to get everything you want. I mean, how many CDs would they have to put in here to get everything? Well, I guess they could have put 1 or 2 more. Some people have complained that they could have fit the EP material on this onto one of the other discs and then used another disc or so for more outtakes, rehearsals, jams, demos, and all that stuff. And I understand that. They could have done something like that. But I'm not going to quibble. I mean, we get what we get. This is it. It's nice to have all these tracks in an official format or in a format like this where they sound great. And my only little complaint is I do miss a couple of things because I have a lot of bootlegs. I have tons of CD bootlegs from over the decades. Vinyl. I have the Black Album up here somewhere. And I have the River Rhine tapes. I don't know if you've ever seen this. A 3 CD set of just non-stop great music from the Let It Be sessions. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful collection. I recommend the River Rhine tapes to anybody. So I have stuff like this. And in the case of this, it's in really great audio quality. So I do miss some things because there's such good stuff on stuff like the River Rhine tapes, like, Mailman, Bring Me No More Blues. Would have liked to seen that on here, perhaps. There's a song called Watching Rainbows, which is on my River Rhine tapes. I'd really like to see that on here, and I have it on some in really crappy form on some other bootlegs. But on here, it sounds great. Would have liked to seen that on here. And then there's other versions of All Things Must Pass. Yeah, I like the one that's on here. It's pretty cool. But I've heard other versions of the Beatles working on that track. It would have been nice to have one of those on here, which I've always been a fan of. But there's this one I really miss on here. Now, I don't know when exactly it was recorded, but it's on the River Rhine tapes. It's on disc 3. And it's a version of one of the first songs the Beatles ever wrote. I Lost My Little Girl. And they're jamming and working out on this song for 4+ minutes with a very cool alternate arrangement of it. It's not the original little ditty like Paul did on the Unplugged special he did in the early 90s. I lost my little girl. It's a different, cool, slower arrangement, but it's got a really great vibe to it. It goes on for 4 minutes, and it is very cool. I would have really loved to see that on here. Now, maybe that wasn't recorded during the Let It Be sessions. Maybe they stuck it on the River Rhine tapes, and it's officially on from the Let It Be, the Abbey Road sessions. I don't know. All I know is it's on here, and so I'm like, oh, that would have been nice to have that 4-minute version of I Lost My Little Girl on here, but we don't have it. And that's it, folks. Watching Rainbows, Mailman, Bring Me No More Blues. There might be a few others from the sessions I wish were on here. They could have probably fit them, but I guess if you look at it that way, each one of us as fans would have had a different list of what we wish were in the alternate tracks, rehearsals, and jams. And, how could they satisfy all of us? They couldn't. So I understand it's a very difficult thing to do. But overall, I just want to say I'm very happy with this release. This will be my final video and say on this. Very pleased with it. Very pleased with my Super Deluxe CD set. Very pleased with my Walmart special edition with the 4 collector's prints. From what I've seen of all the other releases that people have shown, their 2 CD sets, their Target edition, their vinyl Super Deluxe set, they all look beautiful to me, folks. So, hey, that's my final word on this release. So from me and my Let It Be t-shirt, finally got it yesterday. Thanks a lot for being here and watching this, and I will see you very soon. Take care, everybody. Bless you all. Bye-bye.